22 people were killed in the attack. 59 people remain injured, and many of them have life-threatening conditions. As Greater Manchester Police confirmed earlier today, the perpetrator was Salman Ramadan Abidi, a 22-year-old who was born and brought up in Britain. And as the emergency services have confirmed throughout the day, his victims were innocent children, young people, and their families. Our thoughts and prayers are with them all.
Oh, our thoughts and prayers, huh? Yeah. Thoughts, maybe, now. Well, let's talk about this. It needs to be talked about. Hi again, GH here for episode 4 of GH Speaks. I'm not usually the type to jump on these kind of world news things when they first happen. I'm a little slow with that. I'm a busy guy and I'm a stoner, and so I tend to be more laid back and more lazy. But every time something horrible like this happens, you hear the whole thoughts and prayers thing. All over Facebook, all over social media, even mine's. And don't get me wrong, I understand the benefit of us coming together and raising support for the victims, support people. But at the same time, they're not going to be the last victims. And if you think you're doing something with this whole thoughts and prayers bullshit, well, Paul Joe pulled the clip that says it best.
I've come to realise that a lot of this hashtag pray for whatever concern signalling is worse than glib. It's repugnant narcissism.
People who see something horrible happen in the world, and they run to the internet, and they run to their social media, their Facebook, their Twitter, whatever they got, and they all write down the exact same thing. My thoughts and prayers. My thoughts and prayers with the people in Aurora. My thoughts and prayers with the families in Boston. Do you know what that's worth? Fucking nothing. Fucking less than nothing. Less than nothing. You are not giving any of your time, your money, or even your compassion. All you are doing is saying, don't forget about me today.
It's a cogent point, but some of us don't have time, money, or are straight up out of compassion, to go on and follow through in any meaningful way with Anthony Jeselnik's condescension. But I offer a solution, and it's going to be a theme you're going to hear repeated a lot on my channel. Know thy enemy. You see, I've studied Islam. Yeah, I've actually sat down in front of my old YouTube screen just like you, and instead of watching viral videos of cats getting fucked up, I have studied Islam. Not extensively, or at least not as extensively as I would like to, but I've got deep enough to find, let's say Surah 929, fight those who do not believe, that's a gem. Or how about this one, O you who believe, do not take the Jews or the Christians as friends, for they are friends with each other. Oh yeah, that's real social. Yeah, that's Quran 551. And how about Quran 973? O Prophet, strive hard against the unbelievers and the hypocrites, and be unyielding to them. You see, why am I quoting you Quran verses on GH Speaks? Well, the reason is because I've taken a step to know my enemy. Or at least what may drive some people who then become my enemy. You see, knowing what I know about the Quran and Islam itself, it surprises me that there are so many people who are peaceful Muslims, I mean, the cognitive dissonance is a great thing in those instances, but if you think this is going away anytime soon, that last verse I quoted about being unyielding should be the proof that it's not. So if you want to wake people up, educate them. So if you don't have an ability to go donate your time to do something about this in a real way, other than to talk to people, what you have to do is you have to tell them, go study Islam. Go learn this. And I would recommend, not studying it from an imam. Okay? I know that's a little bit one-sided of me, but the internet is a wide place. And you can get a bunch of perspectives really fast. Because trust me, autoplay will put an imam right after somebody who is critiquing them. But I can hear you already. Come on, GH, I don't want to learn Islam. What are you talking about? I want to just make my social media post and then, consider my 2 cents done and forget about it. Well, that leads to the kind of complacency that breeds the attitude that makes it acceptable for people to say stuff like this.
The spirit of Manchester and the spirit of Britain is far mightier than the sick plots of depraved terrorists. That is why the terrorists will never win, and we will prevail.
And honestly, I hear you saying that's not that bad, but it's just a line out of a movie, okay? The whole "they'll never win" kind of thing, that's tucking your bed in at night. The whole middle of this speech, which I suggest you go listen to, it's in the link below. Theresa basically explains how they've upped the terror status and there's going to be essentially martial law in the UK. I mean, hardcore and all, and I think, increasing the watch and alertness is part of the solution, but one of the main solutions here is going to be learning on the individual level that this is not the bullshit PC religion of peace that people tell you it is. And if you can't understand that that's the first step, then that's okay. We'll get there. Together. Thanks again. GH out.